on behalf of all black people, I'm sorry for that. I shouldn't have done that, but it was only like 2 people I told that to. 여러분, 안녕하세요. Trust me, daddy. Okay, first things first. I'm the realist. Anyway, joking. Snapchat, Instagram. I'm in love with the coco. I'm in love with the coco. So yeah, I wanted to do another Black in Korea video. I feel like the other one was received well, and I want to keep being informative, like what life is like being in Korea, as well as being a black female, independent female. So today what I'm going to talk about is the pressure of representing. So I feel that being in Korea, not that I feel, I know that being in Korea, especially because I live in the village, the countryside, not a lot of people have seen a black person. So there's that to start off with. In the media, I don't feel like we're portrayed at all, and if so, I'm not sure if it's in the best of light. So now that I'm in Korea, there's definitely a pressure for me to represent being a black person, not necessarily a black woman or a black whatever, just being a black person coming. And in my head, it's just like strange for me to have this like pressure, because like I understand and I know, and I'm sure like the Korean people know, but like I know that everyone is different, and I know within my race everyone is different, but still like I'm sure subconsciously we all subconsciously like put people in boxes and we stereotype. So like if I'm going to be the first person that some of the Korean people I come into contact with are seeing, then I just want whatever box they're going to put me in, I want it to put me and my race in, I want it to be a good box. Does that make any sense? I came to Korea knowing about this, but it does, like in everything that I do, in most things that I do, when I'm walking on the street, when I'm talking to people for the first time, when I'm on the bus, on the subway, whatever, like it's in my head like you're representing black people and you need to be on fleek, you know? And I'm sure that like even though like stereotypes exist, I'm not entirely sure of like the stereotypes that Korean people have of black people. Like, you know, in like the Western world there's stereotypes that, oh, in Africa Africans are like this, and in certain areas of whatever country black people are like this. I'm not entirely sure if Koreans have stereotypes, if they're negative or positive or what, but in my time in Korea so far I have seen posters and adverts and stuff and with black people in them, and not all of them, but I have seen those like stereotypical, this is Africa, starving and all that. So I feel like I want to show like it's not all about that, you know? So things that I'm aware of like on a daily basis. It's funny because when I talk to my mum and stuff, if we're Skyping and then she sees that I wasn't wearing makeup or like didn't do my hair and I look kind of crusty, not necessarily makeup, but you know, if I just basically look crusty, and she'll be like, did you go to school like that? You need to be representing Daisy. So like that's in my head too, like my mum's voice. I never do it. Like I've already expressed I don't like to wear makeup so much. But yeah, like it's just like in my head like my mum's voice and like the voice of the black race, and it's just it's not terrible, but it's there. It exists, that voice saying like, Daisy, you need to be on fleek, please be on fleek. Oh, and another thing that my mum, it was quite bad. When I first came to Korea, I had those purple braids, and everyone was just asking me, all the Korean teachers and students were asking me like, how do you wash your hair? And me being like honest and whatever, I would say like, I don't really wash it that much, you know, because you don't have to. And then I told my mum, and she got really, really angry with me, and she was saying like, you can't tell anyone, well, you shouldn't really tell anyone that, but especially like Korean people, because they don't know much about your hair and they don't know much about just being black. And so she was saying like, if the first thing that they're gonna learn about black people and their hair is that they don't wash their hair, then they're gonna just think that black people are dirty. So I'm putting it out there on behalf of all black people, I'm sorry for that. I shouldn't have done that, but it was only like 2 people I told that to. So yeah, I just lie now. I haven't had that question asked in a while, but if I do have that question asked, I'll just lie and say I do wash my hair every other day, even though it's like every other month. Oh yeah, that's one thing. Doing my job well. I don't think it's that difficult for me because like I do actually like my job being a teacher. But I just like want to leave a good memory and like a good, I don't want them to think like, oh, Daisy does her job badly. Oh, so probably all black people don't have a really good work ethic, you know? So I try to do my job well. Whenever there's anything that needs to be given in, not that there is much, but whenever I have had to like give anything in to like Erin, my mental teacher or whatever. I think it's different now because Erin is like my friend, but different dynamics, but yeah, present myself. I try to dress well, not all the time because I like comfort and it's cold now, you know, it's getting cold. So I like to just wear the same jeans and the same jumpers. But, you know, like, I make sure I clean my clothes, like I don't smell, you know. I hope that I was able to portray what I was trying to say. If anyone is coming to Korea, like, it is definitely something to be aware of. Not just in like, if you're black or you're white or you're Asian or whatever, like, just as like a foreigner on that, in that aspect, make sure you're aware that you're representing, especially if you're a minority. It's pressure, but it's not that bad. So yeah, I hope this video was helpful. Always be representing, you know? Always be representing. Anyway, I'm done with this video. I hope you liked this video. I said this already. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, why am I doing this? If you have any questions, comment in the video below. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. And I'll see you in my next video. And